Hello students, how are you? Hope you all are fine and studying at home, enjoying at home. So today we are going to start the second part of the chapter Motion in One Dimension. Class 9 ICSC Physics chapter number 2. And as you know me, my name is Ashok Rawat and you are able to see this video through the channel of Rawat Classes. So let's start the video. In the first video, we have studied details about what is motion, what are the terms, speed, velocity and all this, and done some numericals. In this video, we will start with the graphical representation of motion. The graphical representation. Now, we have studied motion, we have seen what is the different terms of motion. Now we will study the motion graphically, and after that, today we will see the equations of motion. So this is the two part of today's video. So without wasting time, let's start. So graphical representation of motion. Now see, please note down whatever graph I am doing in your copy. So graphical representation means what? See, there are three types of graphs. There are three types of graphs. What are they? First is called the displacement time graph. Second is called the velocity time graph. Velocity time graph. And the third is called the acceleration time graph. Now students, we are interested to study today all these things. What is how to draw the graph, what information we can get from the graph. So this thing we are going to study now. So let's start with the first thing, displacement time graph. Let me remind you that this is the motion in one dimension. And we know motion in one dimension means what? That body is moving in a straight line. And when a body is moving in a straight line, in that case, distance and displacement are both the same. Okay? So displacement time graph or distance time graph, that doesn't matter. Okay. So whenever you are drawing the graph, what things we should keep in mind? Suppose I am drawing the graph. So displacement time graph. Okay, first one. So we are going to start with the displacement time graph. So always put the displacement in the y-axis. Always. And the time in the x-axis. Okay students, this you have to keep in mind. And time will be where? In the x-axis. So displacement will be where? In the y-axis, and time will be where? In the x-axis. And now you draw the graph. Okay. Now see, if the displacement time graph is this way, what does this mean? If the displacement time graph is horizontal, or it may also be along the line, what does this mean? So displacement time graph is horizontal, parallel to the time axis. It means what? Let's see. Suppose this point is 20 meter. What does this mean? That at the starting, means at t equal to 0, it was 20. At t equal to 5, again 20. At t equal to suppose 10, it is again 20. 15, again 20, and so on. Means the displacement is not changing. Means the position is not changing. It means what? If the position is not changing, displacement is not changing, it means what? It means the body is at rest. This means rest. So if you see the graph this way, what does this mean? The body is at rest. Okay. So please draw this graph in the copy. If you see the graph this way, acha, one thing more. The body is at rest. But where? Where is the body at the rest? At a distance of 20 meter from the initial position. Where is the body now? The body has moved 20 meter and stopped. This is the representation of this graph. But suppose, what is the meaning of if I draw the graph this way? Suppose I draw the graph this way. Then what does this mean? Suppose I draw the graph on the time axis. This is the graph. Then what does this mean? It means that body has not started. Body is also at now in the initial position. The motion of the body has not been started. The body, where is the body? Lying at rest at the initial position. So this is the difference. Both means rest, but this means at the initial position and this means after some displacement. Okay, students. Now come here. Displacement time. If the graph is this way, what does this mean? What does this mean? It means this is a straight line, uniform velocity. Okay, uniform velocity. And one thing, please note it down, slope of the graph is velocity. Now how we can find velocity? So from this graph, so this is the meaning the body is at rest. Nothing, no need to calculate anything. The body is rest. But here the body is in motion. So whenever the term motion comes, then we will be interested to find what type of motion it is. It is uniform motion, non-uniform motion. If it is uniform motion, then what is the speed of the body and these things. Okay, what is the displacement of the body after 5 seconds? What is the displacement of the body after 10 seconds? What is the speed of the body and this thing. Okay, so let's start. So this means if this is a straight line, mind it, please note it down. If any problem, please pause the video and write the important points. So if this graph is a straight line, then what does it convey? It convey that the body is moving in a uniform motion. In a uniform motion means there is no acceleration, unaccelerated motion. Okay, students? So this means the body is moving in a uniform motion. Now, if it is uniform motion, then there will be a particular velocity. So what will be the velocity? Velocity is the slope of the graph. Now, you have not done slope concept. You will do in class 10 mathematics. You don't know what is slope, I know. See, slope means what? Steepness. But what is the meaning of slope in mathematics? See, there are two concepts. Suppose this angle is theta. Okay? Suppose this angle is theta. Okay, students? So, if this angle is theta, then what will be the slope? Slope, by the help of trigonometry, we find it tan theta. Okay? So now you will show, sir, we haven't done trigonometry. Okay? Very good. That is accepted. Now what to do? How to find out? Suppose, let me see. This is 1, or let us take this is 5 seconds, this is 10, this is 15, this is 20. Okay? And this is what? 10, 20 and 30 this way. So you see, where after 5 seconds the body displacement is what? What is the position? After 5 seconds, what is the position? Position of the body is 10 meter. Okay? After 10 seconds, what is the position? Position of the body is 20 meter. After 15 seconds, what is the position? Position of the body is 30 meter. So if I want to find what is the velocity, what will I take? I will take a small displacement by small time. Okay, please note it down. Small v. So what is the velocity? Slope. So how to find the slope? So there is one with the help of trigonometry. If we don't know trigonometry, without trigonometry, how will you find? Let's see. Del S by del T. Because you haven't done trigonometry now. You don't know slope, you don't know trigonometry. Okay. So there is another way where nothing is required. Del S by del T. So what is del S? Del S is what? Now see, let us take 2 points. Suppose one point is O and one point is A. O to A. So what will be the del S? At O the position was 0. At A the position is 20. So what is the del S? 20 minus 0. That is 20. What is the position change? 20. And what is the time change? 10 minus 0. That is 10. So what will I get? 2 meter per second. So this way we can calculate the velocity from a displacement time graph. Okay? And what is the acceleration? Obviously 0. because the body is moving in a straight line. So this type of graph tells what? That it is moving with uniform velocity, and slope of the graph is velocity. There are two methods of finding it. This way we can find out the slope of the graph. Okay, students? So this is acha. Now third thing, if you see the body is moving this way, the graph of the body is this way, curve. It means what? It means what? It means the non-uniform motion, or this way anyway. No non-uniform motion means body is moving, obviously moving. When will I say the body is not moving? When the graph is this way, parallel to the time axis. But if the graph is not parallel to the time axis, it means there is some type of motion. But that motion is not uniform. So when the graph will be a straight line, uniform, non-curve, non-uniform. Okay, students? So this was all about displacement time graph. Now let's come to velocity time graph. Okay. So I have showed you how to find the displacement, how to find the velocity here. So now we are going to find the velocity time graph. Okay. So as the name suggests, velocity time graph. So as we have seen, here also velocity will be in the y-axis and time will be always in the x-axis. Okay. So if the body is moving this way, if the graph is this way, what does it mean? What does it mean? Now someone of you will say, sir, the body is at rest. No, that was in that case. That was in the case of displacement time graph. Here what does it mean? Here it means uniform velocity. Okay? Means acceleration is what? 0. Okay? So uniform velocity, suppose it is, this point is 20. So what will say? The body is moving uniformly at the speed of 20 meter per second or whatever, or kilometer per hour, whatever unit that will be written. So this type of graph shows what? Shows uniform velocity. Achha. Okay. Now if the line is this way, then it means what? Or even this way. Both are representing non-uniform velocity. Both are representing non-uniform velocity. Suppose this is also velocity time graph and this is also velocity time graph. Okay. So both are representing what? Non-uniform velocity. Okay, students? But what is the difference? What is the difference? The difference is here, as this is a straight line, the acceleration is constant. Here velocity is non-uniform, no matter. Here also non-uniform. But here, what is the difference? Here it means that acceleration is constant, and here it means acceleration is not constant. Means the body is accelerating in both cases. But the acceleration is constant and the acceleration is not constant. So in our syllabus, in the graphical part or the equation part, we generally study constant acceleration. So this part is not required. So I am rubbing it out. Okay, just you keep in mind, if the graph is a curve, I hope please pause the video and draw all the graphs you can see on the board. If the graph is a curve, then it means what? It means that both are non-uniform motion. This is also non-uniform motion, but here acceleration is constant and here acceleration is not constant. So this is not required. I am removing it. Okay. Now suppose what we can find from the velocity time graph. From the velocity time graph, we can get three information. Please note it down. From the velocity time graph, we can get three information. Now what are the three information? Firstly, the first information is velocity at any instant. Okay, velocity at any instant. Suppose this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, and suppose this is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay. So if I say, you can see constant velocity. After 1 second, what is the velocity? 5 meter per second. After 2 seconds, what is the velocity? 10 meter per second. After 3 seconds, what is the velocity? 15 meter per second. After 4 seconds, what is the velocity? 20 meter per second. Because this is velocity and this is time. So here we can say what? First thing, what we can do? If I ask what is the velocity after 2.5 seconds, no problem. You 2.5, you see 2.5 and take it here, it will be something about 12.5. Okay. So from this graph, if you draw the actual graph on a graph paper, you can get the velocity of the body at any instant. Okay. This is the first thing that we can get from the VT graph. Second thing is acceleration. Now what is acceleration? Acceleration, how? Slope of, so please note it down, slope of a VT graph gives acceleration. Okay? So how we will get it? The slope of a VT graph gives acceleration. Okay students? So we are getting it how? By the help of acceleration, the slope of a VT graph gives acceleration. Okay students? So now what is slope? We have discussed in the previous part, same concept. So here suppose what will be A? Del V by del T. So suppose I am taking this point here A. Okay? This is I am taking A. So what will be del V? Tell me. Del V will be what? At the point O, the velocity was 0. At the point A, the velocity is how much? 10. At the point A, the velocity is how much? 10. So what will del V? 10 minus 0. And what is time? 2 minus 0. So if you divide it, what will you get? 5 meter per second square. We know the unit of acceleration is 5 meter per second square. Okay friends? So this is the way how we can find the acceleration. So what will you keep in mind? The acceleration is the slope of a VT graph, and we are doing constant acceleration. This will be always a straight line. Okay. Let me tell you, give you one important information. It is not required at your stage. Still, suppose if the graph is this way, it means what? It means that every point has a different slope. How? How to draw the slope in that case? See. Suppose I want to know the acceleration at this point. Then I have to draw a tangent. Then what will I do? I will have to draw a tangent. If I want to know the acceleration at this point, I have to draw the tangent. Now we can find this angle and this angle are different. Yes or no? Obviously. So if these two angles are different, then their slope will be different, because I just in the previous part what I told you, slope is actually the tangent of the angle, but related to angle, trigonometrically. So if the angle will change, the slope will also change. So this shows that in this case the slopes are different. But this is not in our syllabus. You will study this in class 11 if you take science. Acha, what is in our syllabus? That this is a straight line, and when it is a straight line, the angle will be same, so slope acceleration will be same, slope will be same. So constant acceleration. Okay, so this is not required. If you don't understand this part, you can skip it. I just told you for extra knowledge. Okay, so this we are leaving. Acha. So second, I told three things, sir. Two things. Now what is the third thing we can get from a VT graph? Mind it. The third thing that we can get from a VT graph is displacement. Is what? Displacement. So displacement we can get from a VT graph. Okay, this we can get here also, here also. How? So please note it down. Area under the VT graph is the numerical value of displacement. Area under the VT graph. Okay. Now suppose, let's come here first. It is 5, it is 10, it is 15. Okay. Now if I question is, and this is 20, okay. If they ask what is the displacement of the body in 15 seconds? Yeah, after 15 seconds. Okay, whatever. So what will you do? Just you draw a line from here and you try to find the area of this part. Okay, you try to find what? The area of this part. This is what? A rectangle. Area of rectangle, we know very well. Studying from lower classes, length into breadth. So this is the length. So what is the length? 0 to 15. So area will be what? 15 into, and what is the breadth? 20. What it comes? 300. Now suppose this unit is given in meter per second and this time is given in second. So obviously this will be what? Meter. Okay. If suppose this is given kilometer per hour, this is hour, it will be kilometer. So that you can get from the graph. Whenever the question of graph comes, they always write the unit. From that unit you can copy it here. That is not a problem. So area under VT graph gives the displacement. I am repeating it. Area under the velocity time graph gives the displacement, and this is the third point. Okay. Now let's come to this part. I am rubbing this part. Now let's come to this part. If they ask you what is the displacement of the body after say 4 seconds. What is the displacement of the body after 4 seconds? So what will you do? From 4 you draw a line straight here and you are getting this time what? You are getting a triangle. What you are getting? So what it will be the area? Area will be the area of this triangle. Let us name it OPQ. Okay. So area of this triangle OPQ will give you what? Will give you the area. Will give you the displacement. So in this case, displacement will be what? Because I am doing the theory also and numerical also. This is the numerical. If I show you one sum, it will be like this only. If you understand this also, numerical will be of this type. So area is equal to what? Area is equal to area of triangle OPQ. Area of triangle OPQ. Now you know very well, area of triangle formula is what? It is a right angle triangle. So we can apply half base into height. So what is the base? OP, and what is the height? PQ. So half into OP into PQ. What is OP? 4. What is PQ? 20. So this, if I solve it, how much will I get? 40 meter, just 40 meter. Okay, 2, 10, 10 for the 40 meter. So we can find the, I have shown you how, please see the video. This is a totally new thing. You have studied physics up to class 8. In class 8, physics is nothing. Just energy, heat, sound, mark up the chapter. Remember the formulas, finished. But from class 9, pattern is changing. And let me tell you one thing here. There is a complete, in one video I will discuss, there is a complete change in the question paper. Question paper pattern. Now we will not get fill in the blank. Now we will not get true false. Now we will not get any match the following. All question answers and numericals. There is a big change. In the 1 or 2 weeks, I will show, in 1 or 2 days, I will show, make a video and explain you what is the pattern of question paper now. Okay? Because you know that now you will give the board exam. Okay? Okay, this has been started from the last year. So you will also do that. So now you have to follow the board pattern. Okay, students? Anyway, so displacement time graph. Now, so this is all about displacement time graph. Now we are coming to acceleration time graph. So as I told you, we are in our syllabus, we have only constant acceleration. So whenever something is constant, is not changing, then its graph is this way. What does this horizontal line shows? See, so this is what? Acceleration time graph. So what does this mean? It means constant acceleration. Okay. So here you will not get this thing because this is what? Increasing acceleration, that is not in our syllabus. So this only one time graph is there, constant acceleration. So this is what? Constant acceleration. Question is, a body is falling from a height. One question comes in ICSE. Means ICC, when I say ICC, it means class 9 ICSE. Okay. So a body is falling from a height. What is the, so its velocity, so its motion. So please note it down. A body is falling from a height. So its motion by the help of one number, displacement time graph, two number, velocity time graph, three number, acceleration time graph. Okay. So suppose I am throwing this, it is coming down freely. It is coming down freely. I have to show this motion by the help of all the three type of graph. Let us take one table, make one table. Okay. V, T. Or suppose I take T here, T, V. When time is 0, velocity is 0. Okay. I have not released, it is in my hand. So velocity is 0. After 1 second, suppose I take G equal to 10 meter per second square. So after 1 second, its velocity will become what? 10. After 2 seconds, its velocity will become 20. After 3 seconds, 30. After 4 seconds, 40. Okay. And so on. More height, more time will take to reach the ground. Less height, less time. Doesn't matter. Displacement time graph. What type of motion it is? Is the body at rest? No. Is the body moving uniformly? No. Is it moving normally? No. The velocity is increasing. So what is the option? In the displacement time graph, the graph will be only this way. Because we can't show velocity. This will be a curve. Why curve? Because according to the displacement time graph, what type of motion it is? It is a non-uniform motion. That's all. Now if I ask to draw the velocity time graph, then what will you do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20, 30, 40. 1, 2, simple plotting, 3. So what will you get? You will get a straight line. You will get a straight line. 1, 10, 2, 20, 3, 30, 4, 40. Straight line. This is what? Velocity time graph. Okay, velocity time graph. Same thing. Of what? Body falling from a height. Now acceleration time graph. Now if I say, what is the acceleration after 1 second? Apply the brain. Del V by del T, 10 by 1, 10. After 2 seconds, 20 by 2, again 10. After 3 seconds, what is the acceleration? 30 by 3. Can't find. See, A is what? Del V by del T. Suppose I take this point. What is the del V? 20 minus 0. 20, and what is the time? 2. 20 by 2. That is what? 10 meter per second square. After 3 seconds, 30. So I have taken the acceleration constant. So here write 10, and this line will be what? Acceleration time graph. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever be. The time is changing, but acceleration is not changing. Okay. So from this graph, what we can see? That one motion is same, but graphs are different. This is also representing the same motion, this also, this also. So these are the, so I have drawn this graph to show you the difference between the displacement time graph, velocity time graph, and acceleration time graph. Okay, I hope these things are very clear to you. And now we are going to we'll do one numerical, two numerical based on the graph. Okay students? Acha. So please write down one question. So let us start the numerical without wasting time. See, a graph is given. A graph is given. I am drawing the graph. Okay, this is the graph. 1, 2, 3. It is here, up to here it is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And here it is 7, this way. Roughly I have drawn the graph. The graph shows that let us name this 0, A, B, C. Okay. So this is what? This is what? A displacement time graph. Okay. Now from this displacement time graph, they have asked to find what? Let us see what they have asked. Calculate the velocity of the body as it moves in the time interval 0 to 5 seconds, 5 to 7 and 7 to 9. Okay, very good. Means the velocity from here to here, here to here and here to here. Okay. So first part, what will you do? How to do it? I told you. First part, velocity in 0 to 5 seconds. Means what? Which one? This part. So what? So here the graph is a straight line now. So this part, in this segment, the velocity will be constant. Only up to here, 0 to A. Why? Because this is a straight line. This is not curved. After that it is bending. Okay. So what will be there? Del S by del T. What is del S? From 0 to 3 means 3. And what is del T? 0 to 5. That is 0.6 meter per second. Okay, students. So please note it down. This is the velocity after after the time interval of 5 seconds. Now one thing you see, they have asked what is the velocity from A to B. What do you think? What will be? Here the graph is parallel to the time axis. So what I told you in the beginning. If you have made the notes, please revise, go back to the copy and see. If the displacement time graph is parallel to time axis, it means the body is at rest. Okay. 2 number you write, as the displacement time graph from the time interval of 5 to 7 seconds, as the displacement time graph from the time interval of 5 seconds to 7 seconds is parallel to the time axis, which means that the body is at rest. It means the velocity is what? 0 meter per second. Now B to C. After that, let's see in this interval. Okay, what will happen? Acha. So velocity, so 2 is done, now 3. 2 done, now 3. Velocity in the interval of what? 7 to 9. Velocity in the time interval of 7 seconds to 9 seconds. What will be that? That will be del S by del T. So what is del S? Tell me, what is del S? 9 minus 7. Sorry, del S will be what? 7 minus 3. 7 minus 3 and this is what? 9 minus 7. Understood? See, at B the displacement was 3 and at C the displacement is 7. Okay. At C, the displacement is how much? 7. So what is the del S? This interval. 7 minus 3. And what is del T? This interval. So del S by del T, 7 minus 3. Because here also the velocity is what? Uniform. Here also the velocity is what? Uniform, because this is also a straight line. As this was a straight line, जैसे ये straight line था वैसे ये भी straight line है, तो यहाँ पे velocity क्या था? Uniform था, तो यहाँ पर velocity क्या होगा? Uniform होगा, बस सीधी सी बात है. Okay, 4 by 2, 2 meter per second. Okay, so this is all about the velocity. Now we are going to start the next part, that is the equation of motion. So there are 4 equations of motion. Okay, so there are 3 equations of motion in our syllabus. So let us see what are the different equations of motion. Okay, so please, without wasting time, we'll go for the equations. So graphical part is over. Now we are going to the equations of motion. Okay, friends. See, V equal to U plus AT. 2 number. V square is equal to U square plus 2AS, and 3 number. S is equal to UT plus half AT square. Okay. So these are the equations. Now what is the meaning? What is V? V means final velocity. U means initial, means starting, beginning velocity. S means displacement. T means time. A means acceleration. Okay, so these are the meaning. U means at what speed it began. If they say the body started from rest, then U will be 0. V is what? At what speed the body reached after some time. If the body comes to rest, then V will be 0. A is what? Acceleration. T is what? The time taken. And V and S is displacement, and this way. So these are the meaning of this expression. Okay. Now we are going to do one sum related to this. And in the third video, we will do the derivation of this. Suppose they give you, suppose one question is, a body started from rest. If you are not written, please pause the video and write the equations. If a body starts from rest with uniform acceleration, so from rest means what? U equal to 0. I am reading the question, please note it down. A body starts from rest with a uniform acceleration of 2 meter per second square. Find the distance covered in 2 seconds. So U is 0. A is what? 2 meter per second square, and T is 2 seconds. They have told to find S. What they have asked to find? S. Okay. So we can apply this formula, S equal to UT plus half AT square. Okay. Because we can, S is in 2 ways. You can see the S is in 2 formula 2 and 3. But we cannot apply formula 2 because we don't know V. So here it will be what? So 0 into 2 plus half into 2 into 2 square. So this is 0. So what will you get? 4 meter. So what will be the displacement? Displacement will be how much? 4 meter. Okay. So the body will be, displacement will be how much? 4 meter. Okay, clear? So in this video, we have studied about the graphical representation, sums of graph, basics of graph, and in the next video we will do the derivation and the more numericals. Okay students, till then have a nice day.